Guys, so there are 3 stages to all new industries. First comes experimentation, second comes litigation, and third comes regulation. Let's just be very clear, guys. No money is ever worth selling out your own core values. So if you haven't heard, Green Cleaner wants to sue Perfect Gardens over First Amendment rights, the right to free speech. What is slander? The action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. So through this entire presentation, as I actually go through and answer all of the things that Green Cleaner brought up to me through the cease and desist order, I'm actually going to answer them for you guys. I'm going to let you make the decision whether I am slandering or not. So I'd love to hear your comments down below. So right here, if you want to pause it, you can go ahead and read through it. No big deal. Just to be really clear, I did actually take down this video, although I re-uploaded it, and it has a very nice disclaimer letting everyone know that my opinions are solely mine. They should not be taken as fact. Remember to do your own research, and remember, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. All right, here's the second page, and here's the third page. As you can see right here, Daniel A. Balma, CEO of Central Coast Garden Products. This is the CEO. So this is the person that's aware of absolutely everything going on in the company. Okay, so I'm going to go through this process answering every single question. In addition to this, I also made it very clear to Daniel that if he did not come onto my show and make me look stupid, because basically I'm pulling out a very small part of the context of our conversation, but I heard from the grapevine that he was looking for me, so I gave him a call. He told me that he was going to send me a cease and desist order if I didn't take down the video. I told him, why don't you come onto my show and make me look stupid? I actually genuinely asked this of him, and I will actually even show you the text of me reaffirming to him, hey, listen, come on the channel, make me look stupid. Because if he wants to sue me, I told him I would publicly air every single thing that happens through this lawsuit for the education of my audience and to make an effort to bring more parasites into the light. I'm not saying that Green Cleaner is a parasite. I'm just saying overall in general, this industry and a lot of the corporations in this industry are parasites. They aren't just giving most of you guys bad information. They're charging you 4 to 5 times the normal rate of what you should actually be being charged. And in this video, I'm going to get into these to cost analysis. Okay, so question 1. Central Coast Garden Products does not use sodium lauryl sulfate primarily. So see, that's a legal word. He's just saying primarily. He's not saying that they don't. They're saying primarily as a wetting agent or a surfactant in this product. So if you haven't checked out my other video where I was walking through the store showing you guys that I was actually buying some soap, and lo and behold, there was a Dawn bottle that was actually flipped around, and I was going through, and because the word sodium lauryl sulfate, as I was reading through it, you're going to see this word pop up a whole bunch in this presentation. Lo and behold, this sodium lauryl sulfate was the first ingredient in Dawn soap. So wait, hold on here. Doesn't this say sodium lauryl sulfate 19%? Why is the same chemical in Dawn soap in our pesticides? Yeah, I do understand that a lot of people talk about using dish soap, but that's more for leafy crops. That's not for crops that we're wanting to extract the essential oils off of it, right? So you got to think about that. Every crop has a different purpose and different design. Then when I flipped the bottle around, what did I see next? Powers away grease, guys. Powers away grease. Think about that. I'm going to talk about this a little bit further because the essential oils, that's grease, guys. Do you really want to be putting a chemical that's known to be a degreaser on your plants at any given time? That was kind of like the first question I want to bring up. So I wanted to, once again, so right here, I wanted to bring up surfactant. Let's bring up just the definition on Google. A substance which tends to reduce the surface tension of a liquid in which it is dissolved. So at the end of the day, as I'm giving a product review for you guys, if this lawyer wants to use a word like primary to argue his client's defense, brother, I'm letting you know your lawyer's probably just trying to get money out of you because you're not listening, because he's telling you you don't got a case. Let's go to the next one. Central Coast Gardening Products does not mandate or recommend a particular application schedule on a weekly or other basis. So why did I go to their website and find an application chart or directions? Doesn't that kind of encompass recommended? I don't know though. I dropped out of college 5 times, guys. I'm like you guys. I'm probably on the lower totem pole of education, but I am really good at smelling bullshit. So whatever. You guys make your opinion. Central Coast Gardening Products does not use sodium citrate as an agent to prevent separation of its product. So my first question is, then why do you use it? Second question is, why is sodium citrate widely used as a detergent? Because what was really funny is my original video that I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check, I actually found a video about toothpaste. And toothpaste actually doesn't sound very bad. I mean, really, right? You're cleaning your teeth. You love your teeth. You want to make sure you don't have germs and bacteria going. It actually doesn't sound that bad when you think about it as sodium lauryl sulfate being used as a toothpaste. But if we start saying detergent, do you really want to put a chemical on your plants that's made to wash your clothes or remove the oil off of your dirty dishes? I'm just asking questions here. Is this slander? Why am I not allowed to ask questions? I'm actually liable when I sell you these things. I'll tell you the story at the end of this video. Right here, is sodium citrate used for cleaning? Sodium citrate is widely and particularly used in phosphate-free liquid detergents and cleaners. We want to kill the bugs and mold, not clean them off. Let's say that again. We want to kill them, not clean it off. Okay, because if you're cleaning something off of your plant, you're also removing a layer of that skin. That's just how things work. I mean, think about it when you're cleaning your counters. If the grease is not that bad, and you spray a little bit on, you'll be able to just quickly wipe it off. But those sprays normally help erode or break down or on some level emulsify those oils on the surface before cleaning. For me personally, I don't want to use a detergent at all on my plants. Any chemicals that's on a detergent bottle, unless it's a naturally smelling fragrant or something like that, like a terpene, that's plant-based, I probably don't want to see it on another bottle that I'm putting onto my plants. This video right here actually breaks down sodium citrate. I highly recommend to go ahead and check it out, The Magic Power of Sodium Citrate in Mac and Cheese. It's going to break down a number of different uses for sodium citrate. Central Coast Gardening Products does not use sodium citrate as a pH buffer. Thanks for actually answering my first question, Dan. But I do wonder if they know sodium citrate is used as a pH buffer, though. I'm just wondering. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so I'm going to stop reading the name of the company. It does not use a standard grade soybean oil. It says it's using 100% organic non-GMO soybean oil. So my question is, why doesn't it say organic on the label? There is enough room. Look right here. I just wrote it in. Why don't they put that in? Don't you think it would be a great marketing gimmick? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, there's not even an excuse why they wouldn't put it in there. Like, if you go to all of the different manufacturers out there, like you go buy shampoo or whatever, on their ingredients list, a lot of these companies that are organic, they put organic right next to the derived from or whatever. So I'm just saying, if it was organic, why isn't it on the label? And I'm just trying to bring certain things up to the company. If they're butthurt because I'm bringing up some suggestions, like, okay, just ignore me. Don't subscribe to the channel. Ignore my suggestions. Does not use isopropyl alcohol as a cost-cutting measure. Isopropyl alcohol is an EPA-approved ingredient for use in minimal-risk pesticides such as its products. Ethanol is not on the approved list, so I'm going to show you right here. Ethanol and isopropanol are considered inert ingredients in some pesticide formulations. A determination is made on a case-by-case basis, meaning that they could use this if they filed the proper paperwork. I'm not saying that's laziness. Maybe they're just unaware that they can do it. I'm bringing it up to the awareness. This is another opportunity for a company that's unaware of something that now becomes aware that they can potentially make the proper steps to improving their product. Wouldn't you guys like to see the new improved green cleaner product? Next, sodium cocoa sulfate is a mix of all of the fatty acids of coconut oil, including lauric. I apologize if I mispronunciate anything, guys. Which means it is a milder but still produces the lather we want. It is not the same ingredient as SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, with a different name designed to mislead consumers. Right here, I'm bringing up another product they can use as a surfactant versus sodium lauryl sulfate. Why don't they pat me on the back or give me a bonus or send me some money and just say, hey, Mark, thank you so much for looking after us, brother. I appreciate it. We're going to keep improving our product because we care about this industry. Why can't they say something like that, man? Why do they have to send me a cease and desist order and trying to shove a big old something down my throat to gag me or something? Let's be clear. I don't have a gag reflex. No, I do. I'm just fucking around. Okay, there's no scientific evidence supporting your claim that 1% of isopropyl alcohol used in green cleaner stays on the plant, yet is asserted as fact. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about chemistry a little bit. Okay, fractional distillation is a method for separating a liquid from a mixture of two or more liquids. For example, liquid ethanol can be separated from a mixture of ethanol and water by fractional distillation. This method works because the liquids in the mixture have different boiling points. Okay, so let's bring up the boiling point for sodium lauryl sulfate. 204 degrees Celsius. That's really hot, guys. Does it ever get that hot out there outside? No. Okay, isopropyl alcohol. The boiling point is 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So are you telling me it gets above 180 degrees? Yeah, you see a lot of the stuff evaporate away, but it never gets above 180 degrees. So if it doesn't get above 180 degrees, there's going to be a residual. Same over here. Going to be a residual because we're not hitting any boiling points. Let's go and talk about the boiling point for soybean oil. That's 300 degrees Celsius. You spray this onto your plant, there will be a residual. Plain and simple. Science. The comparison of using isopropyl alcohol as being allegorious, which is compared. The lawyer wants to use a big word. It's stupid. Just to feel smart, to the black market extractors who do not care about human safety is false. Okay, so you're telling me I'm false on this, but I just brought up two examples where there's a potential that you could use ethanol if proper paperwork is filed. And I'm bringing up another surfactant that is nothing like sodium lauryl sulfate at all. So have you guys thought about using any of these other products to improve your product yet? No? I mean, how long have you been in business? 5 years? 10 years? And you don't wake up ever in the morning and just say, you know what? Let me see if I can make a newer, better product. I wonder if I have enough money to go through a new formulation. I don't know. At the end of the day, if I was a multi-million-dollar company, I would constantly always be wanting to improve my product for my customer base. There's no scientific evidence supporting your claim that sodium lauryl sulfate used in green cleaner removes defensive or protective layers. Oh, okay. So Dawn's soap says powers away grease. All right. Sodium lauryl sulfate. You can Google it. It's a surfactant. That's on the ingredients list for green cleaner. The ingredients list for Dawn soap, sodium lauryl sulfate. What are all these little crystals coming out of the plant right here? You're telling me the layer of this plant doesn't have some type of waxy coat or any of these oils right here? You're telling me this doesn't in some level protect the plant in some way or do some function? Maybe I'm just a layman brain, but I'm just kind of connecting things in my own brain. And again, I'm stupid, okay? I'll just say it. I'm stupid. I am an uneducated college dropout, went to the military to serve my country, got out, and you guys know my history. I'm just a layman brain. It was really incredibly stupid to ever break the law to the level we did. Throwing that out there. Obviously, there's multiple decisions in our life that I've shared with you guys multiple times where we could have probably made a better decision. But I would have to say, powers away grease. Do you want to use a chemical that powers away the grease on your plants? The essential oils, the terpenes? I don't know. Just putting two things together. Again, just my own opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. There's no scientific evidence supporting your claim that sodium lauryl sulfate used in green cleaner will cause powdery mildew or botrytis. Oh, okay. So once again, if you watch this video and it talks about you're 70% more likely to get an ulcer in your mouth if you use toothpaste that has sodium lauryl sulfate, but you come over here and you read, most ulcers are caused by a bacterium known as Helicobacteria. So hold on here. Let me think. You're telling me if you remove a layer of your protective layer of your mouth and it makes it more accessible to a bacteria, you're 70% more likely to get an ulcer. But you're telling me the possibility of black mold or some type of bacteria getting onto the surface of your leaves and penetrating to the point where if you stop using a chemical like sodium lauryl sulfate, the possibility that the defensive layer might be weakened. So you're telling me this scientific evidence that I am watching from this video and pulling from Google telling me that an ulcer is a bacteria. An ulcer is caused by a bacteria. You're telling me there's no way in hell I might be able to draw a conclusion on my own. I'm not allowed to draw my own conclusion, right? That's what you're telling me. I can't think for myself when I read other things, whether something's good for my plants or not. I mean, bro, that's kind of fucked up, man. Stop trying to control my thoughts. The repeated implication in the video of the cost factor where the sole driver of the choice of ingredients is false. Okay, So once again, I just gave you a whole bunch of suggestions that could improve this product. Let's see what happens. And then I actually started to think, when I was at the store, I actually started to realize when I actually looked on all the backs of all the bottles and realized that the ingredients on almost every single dish detergent are exactly the same. The only difference is you're buying a different color. It then made me start to wonder, because again, our family has a lot of experience in Big Ag. I'm fairly familiar with the EPA 25B approved list. So I actually went over there, and here are 2 links if you guys want to check them out. I'll include them down below in the description. But I went through both of these lists just to double check, and I was wondering, there's no green dye on the EPA 25B approved list. And this product does have some type of a color, correct? I actually sent this out to my community just to confirm, and we actually have a poll right here. And I'm going to show you right here that they are saying that there is some type of a color in the pesticide. Are they allowed to have a dye in the pesticide? Lucy, you might be getting in trouble for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and break down a proper cost analysis of the company, because they're telling me that my original cost analysis wasn't correct. Okay, so right here, and I actually pulled this out, and I'm giving you guys details that most manufacturers and wholesalers and distributors don't ever want you to know. But I'm telling you, if you apply this template to any product out there, you're going to, if you knew some of the numbers, some of the manufacturing costs and the numbers, that's all you need. You're going to know really quickly whether they're ripping you off or not. Obviously, people go out there and buy a liter of water for $3, so our decision making isn't always a cost analysis. Once again, I'm going to do a proper cost analysis of this product. So they're saying that their soybean is 100% organic. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm going to put 781. All right, and so now, as you can see it updated, so we now have a manufacturing cost of $402. So what I did is I divided it by a gallon, so you have a cost per gallon of $7.32. What I did in addition to this is, because now you have the cost of the product to manufacture it, right? Label, bottles, all that other stuff. You then normally at this point actually have the cost to be able to recoup all your money, the $7.32. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give them more room. Okay, so what I did is I doubled that and I added 20%. At that point, any manufacturer out there, if they're making these types of margins as they're selling their product in major distribution, that's some really, really good money, guys. So as you can see right here, the cost of the goods and cost to sell is $17.56 per gallon. Manufacturer resale price, and this is where the manufacturer once again is reselling their product to a distributor level. It's going to go to roughly $35.12. The distributor normally wants a 25% markup because they're buying in bulk, they're putting a large amount of money out, and they're normally breaking up a whole bunch of products and selling like $2,000 or $5,000, a whole pallet of stuff to help feed the retail stores. The retail store then normally is going to need 100% markup. And I actually apologize. When I say 25, that actually is 50% markup. And then the retailers actually have 100% markup on the product. So if they get it for 52, it should be sold for $105. So right here, this product in any other industry would have been sold for roughly about $105 per gallon. Although it's being sold for $229 per gallon. Just asking a question here, although are they taking advantage of the industry a little bit? I don't know. And remember, I actually gave them a double plus 20%. If you remove that and actually put the cost of what any other manufacturer, this product should be getting sold roughly for $43.90 a gallon, yet is being sold for $229 a gallon. Quick story about selling Azmax in our 9,000 square foot hydroponics store a couple years ago. One of the pesticide regulation people in our area came into our store and wanted to look at all of our numbers. Obviously, we provided to them, and then a few weeks later, they provided me a $15,000 bill because they said I didn't have the proper licensing to sell this product. What I found to be really interesting was that the manufacturers that sold me this product, that were selling this product across the United States, was not liable for selling this pesticide without giving me instructions of what I needed to do to hold this product. Again, right? I'm the business owner. I need to be aware of what I'm doing. And I can't push blame onto another corporation when their job is to sell me the product, not teach me. What I found to be really interesting around this whole situation is that the brick and mortar stores actually take on the liability of selling the product to you. They are expected to educate you on how to use it. What I found to be really interesting around that, though, is they expect you to teach people how to use it properly, but they don't want you to give an opinion if it is the best product for your plants. Which I find that to be really interesting when you think about that, right? Because if you give the company a bad review, like I did, you might get hit with a cease and desist order or a lawsuit. So what am I asking of you guys? I'm asking of you guys to help build up the war chest. It's going to take roughly around $35,000 over the course of the next 12 months to get through this lawsuit and actually properly fight this person tooth and nail. What I'm asking of you guys is help build that money up. I'm requesting help to help build up roughly $2,916 a month. This is going to take 1,458 willing people to sign up for the $2.99 membership. I'm also going to be adding a $5 and a $10 membership. So all I need at that point is, and it shouldn't be money, it's actually 833 people to sign up for the $5 membership for 12 months, or just 416 people to sign up for the $10 monthly membership. What I'm promising, guys, is that I'm going to track every single dollar that goes into the war chest and make that balance sheet available to you on a weekly financial report. So you're going to see where every dollar is going, and you know that I'm not going to be dipping into this money to make my life better or something along those lines. I'm going to give you continuous updates of the entire green cleaner lawsuit, and hopefully we can work together to start to clean up this industry. No money is ever worth selling out your core values. Remember that, guys. No money is ever worth selling out on your own core values. Thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great grow, everyone. Okay, so what is Smite? So Smite is comprised of rosemary oil, cottonseed oil, peppermint oil, and geranium oil. Rosemary, peppermint, and geranium are all repellents. Cottonseed oil works in suffocating the bugs.